Andy, how do you stop yourself from laughing after all of your takes? Oh, sorry.
I'm just saying that so you don't think I mean, well, how I stop myself from laughing. That's really hard because in between the scenes we're always laughing because somebody makes it funny sound like Seth making the sound like a horse, but he does it better. We all just start laughing and we does it funny, or Mystic or I, and then we can't stop laughing and it's sometimes so embarrassing. It's always funny. So, because what actors aren't supposed to laugh like that. It was a great laugh.
Yeah, like there was a scene where we were all like cramped in a cab together. We were so close to each other, and the moment like someone made a noise, we would all just.
Oh my gosh! I can imagine the sunset. You know.
Yeah.
What did you find most challenging coming back to the season 2? Coming back to your characters from season 1? Like, what was the most challenging aspect of that for you? Bless you.
Bless you.
Sorry. The most challenging, I don't think there was a lot of hard things. Well, of course, the characters did change. I remember that Constance had a really big change in season 2, which was kind of challenging. And, for me, it was challenging, and of course, a lot of experience. You will see it in season 2.
Okay.
Yeah, one thing that was challenging, Rainy, he's not really like an angry character, but there is like a scene where he does get angry. That was kind of challenging for me to portray. Yeah.
What's the biggest difference between, and I'm going to cut it off when I read that. What's the biggest difference between your real personality and your character? Like, what do they do that you would never do?
Well, I think Constance is more independent and confident in herself. I sometimes don't have enough of that confidence, but Constance helped me get that confidence sometimes.
Yeah, like she was saying, Rainy, he's more confident than me. You know, he's not afraid to just go out and ask random strangers questions. But I think I need to learn from him.
You have any spoilers for second season for us, for your characters?
No, we're not.
Darn it.
Actually, piggybacking off that question, what's the biggest challenge each of your characters are facing this season?
Well, what they're facing is doing going on a journey without Mysterious Benedict because he gets kidnapped, and I think it's really hard for the society because in season 1, Mr. Benedict was always helping them, but they find clues on their way, and they're trying to find Mr. Benedict, so they try to go on their own.
It might be a bit spoilery, but there is like a part where they get split up, and I think that's a bit challenging.
Yeah.
Because we're all on our own, and we have to figure it out.
Oh, the kids get split up, or the adult. Oh, I can't say. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry.
I see too.
Okay. Interesting. So for the season 2, I guess what is I've heard about the ship scenes a lot. Is that a unanimous thing? Is the most exciting thing that you film this season, or are people going to be excited about when they see season 2? Because I keep hearing the ship scene, but I want to kind of get the gauge from each person.
Well, yeah, the ship scenes were really great, and there's also a lot more great scenes. For example, we had to do a trek, and we were on a road, and we had to go down the road. It was really fun to film, but it also looks great, I think.
Yeah, it was really fun to film. But like off camera, it was like pretty scary. They say it's haunted.
Oh,
yeah.
I did not know this.
There was like in the schoolroom, like in the basement, there was like an anchor, and we could see that, and it was like ghostly. That was really scary. And there were like a few moments. There was this elevator that was really creaky, and it felt like it was about to fall. But it was mostly fun.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a lot of stories of how how they saw ghosts, and they sometimes put it on the walls, the stories, how people felt. And I have one story how my mom was going down the stairs with me. I felt like somebody pushed her, but of course I didn't push her, and it was somebody else, but nobody was there, so it was probably a ghost.
Oh my gosh.
If you could write your own episode, how would you do your episode?
Well, my episode would be trying to find Constance's parents and learning about her past. I think that would be really interesting.
Yeah.
That's a unique question. My episode would be like all the kids like growing up, like when they're like toddlers to like in like school, and like how they became what they are.
Prequel.
Yeah, that would be season 3.
If we all had to go on a scavenger hunt today, what would your task be? And what would you pick? I asked Seth to me this, and they were all just not so sorry.
What do you mean?
Well, they were like trying to think about it.
No, like what do you mean like you mean like
everybody in the group would have a job. Like, what would the job be?
Like your character's job would be for the scavenger hunt.
All the time.
Well, Sticky's bringing the food, so.
How bad it is in smelling here. But sometimes she would say something that would actually help. And she has her like superpower of getting the messages in her head.
I feel like Rainey would be the one organizing it, like he'd bring the food and he'd bring drinks and
Bring
everything.
the food for Constance.
Yeah. And I think he'd be just like keeping everyone in track and making sure they don't get distracted.
Yeah, I can see Rainey doing that. And Sticky was bringing food also, so you guys can work together on that one. Is there any of your co-stars that you wish you had more scene time with, that you wish you would spend, like, share another odd pairing, let's say, in another season? So I heard about Rhonda and Rainey having a scene in season 2, which we don't, but they alluded to that. So is there any other character that you wish you had more scene time with, that you can really...
I just wish we had more time with the adults. We didn't really have too much time with them.
Yeah, I agree with Mystic. Well, I don't want to spoil her actually, but I think the adults.
Adults? Okay. Yeah, that's a good one, because it's always like the adults and the children, different... Okay.
How do you prepare for your role? Like, when you read the script, do you have some type of thing that you do to prepare?
I don't think I'm really used to Constance, so I don't really have to prepare. I would just read the script and then think how Constance would say it. I would think what happened before that. Before the scene happened, and I would think about it, and I would think what she's thinking to react between the lines.
I would like when I'm reading the script, I just like read it in character, basically.
So it's pretty easy.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
If you had the chance to put items into Kate's bucket, and I know it's tough because she's got everything, what would you put in?
I was just saying this earlier, money, definitely. Just, like as many euros like fit, definitely.
I would say money too, well, Emmy always has her script in her bucket because she doesn't actually usually have anything in her bucket when they don't show it, so she has to carry it without anything. She has a script, and I think that's really nice because anytime she forgets something, she will have like a break and then she will pump it out. I think that's really smart.
Have you guys read the book?
Yeah, I heard of the books before I got the role. I didn't read them, but after I did, I read them. They're really cool.
How did you get involved with the project? Was there an audition process? Did you send tapes into?
Yeah.
Did you try out for your role? Like, did you try out for Rainey and then for Constance, or were you?
I started with the self-tape.
Okay.
Like all auditions, most auditions, they just send you a self-tape. And then after that, I went to a few callbacks in person. And after that, I did a chemistry read with Emmy and Seth. I didn't do it.
Did you go? Were you aiming for that for your particular character?
Yeah.
Okay, and yourself?
Yeah, I think we had an audition together. Yeah, in Los Angeles. Do you remember? We had it together with everybody, and there were a lot of other characters. And yeah, I remember it. I had a strong accent then. And yeah, I started with self-use. I didn't really have a lot of in-person auditions because I wasn't in America. I wasn't in the States. So I just started with then I was invited to Los Angeles to go on an audition with everybody. Then they said that they want me in the show, and I was really, really excited because it was my first show in the US.
Well, you do a great job in your part. So you really embody the character.
What is it like off camera? Like when you guys are filming? Can you concentrate or is it?
It's really fun. Yeah, we do school on set. There's a really cool studio teacher. Her name is Sage. She was really nice. That was just where we would hang out a lot of the times. And we would always go to Crafty and always get a bunch of food.
You guys are still filming? Where are you filming?
We finished. We filmed in Los Angeles.
The first one.
So at the close of the season, Rainey was adopted, which was it was a touching moment. Because the very first episode, I was like, oh, this should be his mother. And then Constance decided not to become adopted. What do you think is the decision behind each of those, for each character? Like, why did they decide to go, because I think she didn't want to get adopted, I feel like, at the end of the season, Constance.
Mr. Ben's house.
Yeah.
She didn't want the papers, but she still stayed at the house. I think she actually would like to get adopted, but she just didn't want it really officially. She didn't want to show it. But I think she likes to stay in Mr. Benedict's house. And in season 2 we can see the room, and it looks really nice. We filmed a really beautiful mansion.
Rainey, he wants a family. He wants to have someone he can rely on, and I think it was permanently done. I think he already thought of her as sort of like a mother figure.
Yeah, I think from the very beginning, the very first scene, I was kind of like, I wish that these two, they would be a family, and so it was really great that was a closing. It's like kind of full circle for them. Well, what's next for Rainey now that he has this official family, let's say, in Carmel?
Like in season 2. You just have to watch and find out.
Great. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you.